Mein Hut, der hat 3 Ecken. 3 Ecken hat mein Hut. Und hat er nicht 3 Ecken, dann ist es nicht mein Hut.
Welcome to another episode of Opa's Corner. So, let's get started. A Scotchman, an Irishman, and an Englishman are each sentenced to a year of solitary confinement. Before being locked away, each is to be granted a year's supply of whatever he wants to help him get through the long spell alone. The Scotchman asks for a year's supply of whiskey. It's given to him, and he's locked away. The Irishman asks for a year's supply of Guinness, so he's locked up with several thousand bottles. The Englishman asks for a year's supply of cigarettes, and he's given a pile of cartons, and the cell door is shut on him. 1 year later, their doors are all unlocked. The Scotchman staggers out and shouts, "I'm free!" and then kneels over dead from alcohol poisoning. The Irishman is dragged out into the light, whereupon he promptly dies of liver failure. When the door opens to the Englishman's cell, everybody watches eagerly to see what sort of a wreck the man has made of himself. To their surprise, he walks right out of the door, sidles up to the first person he sees, and asks, "I say, you wouldn't happen to have a match, would you?" There once was a rich man who was near death. He was very grieved because he had worked so hard for his money, and he wanted to be able to take it with him to heaven. So he began to pray that he might be able to take some of his wealth with him. An angel hears his plea and appears to him. "Sorry, but you can't take your wealth with you." The man implores the angel to speak to God to see if he might bend the rules. The man continued to pray that his wealth could follow him. The angel reappears and informs the man that God has decided to allow him to take 1 suitcase with him. Overjoyed, the man gathers his largest suitcase and fills it with pure gold bars and places it beside his bed. Soon afterward, the man dies and shows up at the pearly gates to greet St. Peter. Seeing the suitcase, Peter says, "Hold on, you can't bring that in here." But the man explains to him that he has permission and asks him to verify his story with the Lord. Sure enough, St. Peter checks and comes back saying, "You're right, you're allowed to carry 1 bag, but I'm supposed to check its contents before letting it through." St. Peter opens the suitcase to inspect the worldly items that the man has found too precious to leave behind, and explains, "You brought in pavement?" And now for the funnies. Coffee sizes: tall, grande, and the day after daylight savings time starts. I think the cat's starting to enjoy the spray bottle too much. It was then that Ed realized he'd mistakenly purchased a heavy metal detector. Ozzy? My next guest on the monitor behind me is an organized crime informant. To protect his identity, we placed him in a darkened studio. So let's go to him now. Click. Try to relax, ma'am. You say it was dark and you were alone in the house when suddenly you felt a hand reaching from behind and... Johnson! Knock it off! Flight. Select your spot. Your call is very important to us, so please continue to hold. No, he's not busy. In fact, that whole thing is just a myth. Boo! Ah! Well, that cat's doing it again. He's keeping the poor thing alive just to play with it a while. Here's how to remember the difference. You lie on a keyboard, and you lay a dead mouse on a pillow. Songs for Aging Rockers, Led Zeppelin, Stairlift to Heaven. Our guest is here to discuss his heartbreaking memoir about his human being gone for 20 minutes. An eternity, a memoir. Dang, get inside, Ma! Blizzards are coming! It's called reading. It's how people install new software into their brains. Farmer Bob, your barn door's open. Your dog had both motive and opportunity, ma'am. He hated the cat, and he had training in operating heavy machinery. Your husband, we feel, was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Suddenly, a heated exchange took place between the king and the moat contractor. Cat Food Network. As always, we're going to end the show by knocking all this stuff on the floor. Mom! Kevin ain't the ant I was gonna eat! I survived the fall! It's my lucky day! Ugh. Your first of 7 courses is a bowl of kibble to simply stare at and refuse to eat. This is a fancy place. What do you mean you forgot where you parked? You're shopping online! Apparently, she was frantically ringing the doorbell trying to get out of the rain, but by the time the owner answered the door, it was too late. Ding dong, the witch is dead. No, I'm not drinking box wine. I'm drinking wine in a box. Wine pairing in the Stone Age. Simple rule of thumb. If it tries to eat us, we serve red. If it runs away from us, serve with white. I knew I should have married Peter Polyester Tail. No thanks, the last one I bought was shot down by an F-22. Balloons, $5. The big bad dog. I guess we should be glad he just wanted a stick. And the award for Best Picture goes to Every Stick, Everywhere, All at Once. And that concludes Opa's Corner for another episode.
Mein Hut, der hat 3 Ecken. 3 Ecken hat mein Hut. Und hat nicht 3 Ecken, dann ist es nicht mein Hut.
Opa's Corner is now available on my own YouTube channel. Like, share, and subscribe.